Are we started? Yeah, we started. Okay. Again. Hello. Wait us, guys. I'm just trying to send the link now to everyone. And hi, we are here. It's Anime Monday, and we are here with the Azuki community talking about everything that happened with us during the week and not only, and introducing ourselves to the community, just vibing with each other and talking about important and not important stuff. So, all together, every Monday, 2 p.m. East, we are here. I need to mention that if you can share the live stream, it would be great for us because we have no notifications for live stream still. So we every time started to broadcast into absolute emptiness and no one knows that we have started. Of course, people who follow in every Monday, they knows about us, but in general, X working this way that you can't, tell people that you are starting like in an hour, like with spaces. So every time is it happened with us over and over, and if not us, then no one will help us to promote this live stream. So guys, the more people will see us from the start, the more people will join with time, because when people see 15 views, then 50, then 100, they're like, okay, I need to check it, I need to jump here and see what guys talking about. So while I'm sharing this live stream in Azuki Discord, I will pass the mic to all of you guys to just check the vibes at first, and quick introduction. Just hi, how was your weekend? And first, I see Friendlations. That's how I need to call you, or it's Fran, or it's like something else.
Yeah, go by Friendlations online, but you can just call me Fran. That's fine.
Awesome. So how was your weekend?
It was great. I went to a card show. There was a card show at Anaheim Convention Center. It's like a mix of K-pop, anime, and card show all in one like venue.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was pretty fun. Bunch of vendors, bunch of good food. Yeah, it was a good time. So hung out there most of the weekend. That and I've been watching Mad Men recently. So watched a bunch of Mad Men, and yeah.
Mad Men.
Yeah.
The
Have you
old
seen?
one.
Yeah. I love that show. It's my second time watching it through. I used to watch it back in the day. But yeah.
I thought Mad Max.
No. Mad Men. Yeah.
Mad Max is such a dope movie.
Yeah.
Men, I'm not sure I watched this.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like it sounds bad on paper, but it's like an ad agency in the 60s. It's fire. It's so good. Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that. It's about marketing, right? Or something
Yeah,
else?
marketing, and then a lot of like, degen activity, like smoking, drinking, all this stuff. But yeah, it's a good show. Yeah.
Let's go. I'll
Interesting.
check that. I'm trying to watch now on the anime to prepare myself to talk more about anime, but sometimes to check something just real good as well.
Yeah.
Okay, next I see Lost. Lost, how was your weekend? I know that you was traveling, hanging out with friends, So
It was good. Yeah, I went to see a friend. She actually traveled. She travels every year from the U.S. to Europe to see her parents. And now that I'm in Europe as well, we also try to like see each other. So either I'll go to where she's at, or she comes to where I'm at, and we get to spend like usually like just a day or two together. But we make sure that we see each other at least once a year. And also, it was her first time meeting my daughter, so it was like really fun, and it was really, I don't know, it was really cool. It was, she's my best friend, so I just had a lot of fun. The train ride was not great because we traveled by train, and it was like a long train ride, and
I hate
no.
trains. I hate trains. Oh my
But
god.
driving to where we were going was gonna be worse, so we just had to pick our poison. But it was, it was really good, and I'm glad that we're back with Azuki Roundtable. So
Awesome. Next, I see King. King, how was your weekend? Tell us. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I had to unmute myself. I just realized it's been a minute since I've streamed. Yeah, it was was a good weekend. It's the first weekend I've been back in LA in like 2 weeks. I've been doing a lot of family time. Unfortunately missed LA regionals because of it, but I went and hung out with some Azuki buddies this weekend on Saturday, and we played like 3 tournaments.
With
Uh,
who? With who? With who? Do we know them?
um, yeah, AEZ. I played with Aikato as well, and then a bunch of dudes. Like it just kind of grew from there. But TK was one of the original guys. He left after the first game. Me, A's, and Aikato kept going. We met a bunch of dudes the next place, and then ended the night at Genki on Saturday night. And we were there pretty much till like 12 o'clock. Um, and then yeah, that pretty much was my weekend. Yesterday I just kind of slept, had a lazy Sunday, watched Lanterns, which is I'm kind of enjoying a lot because I'm a big comic book nerd. Um, but yeah, that was pretty relaxing, chill weekend back in LA.
That's dope. We are so jealous. People from Europe, we're just watching at you and like, okay, thanks for the chair here. It's very comfortable. So, yeah. But yeah, happy that you enjoyed your weekend, especially with TCG. And next I see Lunachka. Lunachka, hi. How was your weekend, Luna?
My weekend was busy but good. I mean, I didn't do any internet stuff, so mostly I was touching grass. I went to watch baseball on Saturday, and then
Oh, wow.
like I don't know. I did like nothing on Sunday. Like actually just nothing. So it was nice. It was nice. I wish
I
I
did
had
not.
more. I wish I had a cooler story, but like it was just like a chill weekend, so I liked it.
Awesome. Awesome. I No, I did something on Sunday, but I don't remember. But on Saturday, guys, I had such a niche experience. You can't imagine. So I know that I have troubles with my residence permit here in this country. Like I need to decide, where to live and stuff and stuff. And like a week ago, I was in such a panic from that, what to do, like how I need to move somewhere or decide something here and blah blah blah. So I remember that you can receive permanent residence by working in church. So I sent a message to all the churches here around the country, and one pastor, priest, he answered to me and like, I see a message. I don't know how we can help, but let's meet together and talk about this. And when I received this message, I wasn't in panic, anymore. So I was like normal person. I'm like, what to do? Okay, I will leave it like that. But then he called me and he like, hey, I see you didn't answer to me, so let's meet and let's talk. And I'm like, okay, like maybe I need to experience this. I went to talk with him. And it's turned out that I became, during this week, a local church celebrity because they all changed messages about my situation. They're talking with each other. I received more messages from the churches and priests. So I don't know how it will end, but it's just a fun
Well,
experience.
at least maybe they can help out. That's actually like so funny and like interesting.
Yeah.
They're trying to help.
It was a bit crazy, but yeah, but it was
What
it
kind
was
of?
Irish church arc. Let's go.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I will become a priest. Who knows? Because that's yeah, interesting way to stay in the country and legal as well.
Mhm.
And you're working on the best possible person on the god. So yeah. So anyway, let's talk about Azuki things. And today with us, two new guys on this live stream, guys. Not new in the community, but new for the live stream. And that's pretty dope. It's always a pleasure to see new people here. So let's talk with friend. I saw him like on my timeline so many times that you are traveling, you are visiting TCG tournaments, you are doing in for the community a lot of stuff. So tell us about yourself and yeah, how you get into Azuki community as well.
Yeah, I'm Fran. I go by Fran Relations Online. I started doing sneaker reviews on YouTube in 2008. at that point it was very niche, and now it's like a mainstream thing to do unboxing videos and stuff. That wasn't really a thing when I started. From there, I launched a footwear brand in the mid 2010s. We collaborated with like Pharrell's brand BBC. We collaborated with Jeff Staple, and a bunch of dope boutiques all across the world carried us from Paris to Miami. We were everywhere, and sold that, and got into crypto in 2017, and NFTs in 2021. That's how I found out about Azuki. I actually didn't get into Azuki right away. I was hardcore into Bored Apes and everything like that, but a little bit later on, probably like a year later, something like that, I got into Azuki, and I've been in and out of it ever since, trading and stuff. But yeah, I have my squad of Azuki that I'm holding on to now for the IP to build that out, and been having a blast with the card game. Before the shoe reviews, collecting cards and doing all that's been my thing my whole life. So as soon as I saw the card game, I was hyped on it, and been going to like the early invitational that they did, the early alpha stuff they did back at Anime Expo, I think last year. And so, yeah, just been having a blast with the Azuki card game, and looking forward to the next set. So, yeah.
What was your impression after Azuki announced that the main direction right now TCG? Was you happy about that, or?
Yeah, I was super happy. I think even at the time they were mentioning other games too, and it seemed like maybe video games would be the main thing, and then the card game would just be like this other thing that they're doing at that time. So it was very like up in the air, but the timing was great. I mean, TCGs blew up. They had their bull run from 2024 until the past couple of months, maybe slowed down a bit, but it's been going hardcore ever since. And so the timing was perfect. I think the IP. I've been saying this. There's tweets on my Twitter. I've been saying for the longest time that Azuki has the biggest potential outside of Web3 since the beginning. It's just been apparent to me. Like even with Bored Apes, it had a lot of recognition, but there's also a lot of like hatred that gets tied to it. Instantly, when people see the Bored Apes, they think of scams and stuff like this. Azuki's characters are so good that through the card game, through the manga, through the anime, I just think that the idea of NFTs and all that will be an afterthought in people's mind because they're going to experience the actual lore of the community, and I think it just has the highest upside potential. I've always felt that way. So yeah.
We all agree with you. I think everyone on the stage super bullish. And also I see a lot of collectibles on your background. Tell me, did you start to be a collector before NFTs, Web3 and everything? And from what you actually started, and what was your passion before that?
Yeah, I've been a lifelong collector. One of the first things I started collecting was video games, and actually basically this whole wall was like my original collection back then, from Nintendo all the way across to like GameCube. It was all in order. But when NFTs dropped,
can I interrupt you here, because I saw recently a post of Dutch Hound Wizard, and he saw he wrote about video games as a collectibles as well. Is it new meta, next meta, or?
Potentially, I feel like in a lot of ways that the video games are like undervalued now. There's a lot of recent sales, like the original Pokemon games that have sold for, I think it was like 2 million for the set of 3. But generally speaking, I think it's been overlooked for a long time, and it was one of the first things that I collected. But as soon as I got into NFTs, I felt like that was the next level of gaming, is we'd be trading the digital assets. I came from World of Warcraft, and so I understood the value of some of those collectibles. But even that, you don't own it. It's like a license to use these digital collectibles in your game. If your account gets banned or suspended, you lose those items.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I sold off my video game collection and went all into NFTs. That was like my big leap of faith in 2021. And so I just felt like everything was going to be digitized, and the much like the gear and WoW is like prestigious. If you had this certain armor, people knew that you went through this certain dungeon, or you did this exclusive challenge or whatever. I felt like that's what was going to happen with NFTs and NFT collections, and I still do, even though we've had a huge downtrend, and arguably it's starting to trend up a little bit right now. I still think on a long enough time horizon, digital wins. And so that was my thesis. And yeah, this whole wall was all video games, and now it's my other collectibles at this point. So it's like shoes. This is all the like Pokemon cards that I've opened over the years, like the boxes, like old booster boxes and stuff like that. And then over here is like my sealed Pokemon games, just a bunch of stuff back there. It's very messy. But yeah, a lot of collectibles all over the place. So yeah.
Was you like hardly into cyber sport, or you just was a fan, just collection?
Yeah, so I didn't really get into esports that much. I've mainly played like MMO games, so like killing dragons and doing like crazy bosses with 40 other people. That's the type of stuff that I've always been into, and even still now to this day, I still play WoW Classic every week. So yeah, it's definitely been a big part of my life for the past 20 something years. So yeah.
Awesome, thanks. Did you started Web3 from collecting NFTs or trading, or Web3 games like me? Because I started from the games, for example.
Yeah, so I got into the games a little bit, but that's not what got me into it initially. The first entry I had is like arguably, people can kind of argue if it's actually NFTs or not, but VV was like my first entry into it, and then from there I got into Bored Apes and everything like that. But yeah, I'd already been into crypto since 2017. I got in like the last 3 weeks of that bull run, and so I saw it go from like 11,000 to 19,000, and then start its downtrend. So that's how I originally got into crypto, and I had some success with memes going into that next cycle before NFTs, and so I was a lot more understanding of NFTs, because I remember seeing documentaries on crypto and like kind of laughing. I'd see people auctioning NFTs, like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? Like, I didn't understand it at all. If anything, I like hated on it a bit, and I definitely came around to it the next following years. So yeah.
Thanks. Okay, let's include everyone into conversation. And guys, once again, if you have something to say, just interrupt everyone and just include yourself in the conversation. Otherwise, some people, after a live stream, they got offended that you didn't pass mic to me, but I'm not doing that. So just talk if you have something to say. So
That's scary, Ira.
Yeah, it is how it is. That's life. So, King, tell us about yourself as well, how you get into Azuki community and in general, into crypto maybe.
I mean, it's kind of similar to Fran. I mean, similar and different in a lot of ways. I for a long time I was a touring musician. I was in a pop punk band for like 10 years.
Wow,
That is the
Um,
coolest thing ever.
it's
yeah.
huge, to be a musician.
Well, thanks. No, I used to have like long hair, like my beard was way more scruffy. But around the pandemic, I kind of got a little jaded by the industry, and I really wanted to like pivot out of it. So I quit all my bands, and then the pandemic happened, which was kind of like really shitty. So like during the pandemic, I was looking for something to do, something to get interested in, and then I found like FCF, fan controlled football, and it was still their first season. It was only like 4 teams, and I thought it was really cool. It was like real life Madden, a lot of it was a great concept, and like I kind of started getting into it with some of the whole idea was like, the fans controlled the teams. You pick a team, then you like draft the players live, and then when they're playing on the offense, you get to pick the plays they run. It was such a cool concept. I loved it, and especially during the pandemic, it was so small that they could do it within a bubble. So I loved that, and I really got into it to a point where like this is all I did, because there's nothing in live sports, nothing going on, and I just started shit talking some of the owners of the teams. And this is back in before Elon's Twitter, where if you had like a check mark, people kind of noticed it, and you had to be like someone of notoriety to do that. I got one through my record deal, and I was the most like undeserving of that check mark out of anyone. I think I only had like 50 followers. I didn't put any effort into my social media accounts, but I still had the check mark. So people saw when I did tweet and would be like, "Who's this asshole?" and just started like, talking back at me.
Dude, like that's a real curse, by the way. When you have account bigger than everyone, like it's like not from 10, I think, thousand it's starting. brands stopping to give away to you free shit because they think, if people will see that, they will think like like the friends of them, and you stop receive any benefits until you're huge enough. So this space between small and huge, you just got nothing, nothing good almost.
Yeah, no, yeah. So then I just kind of skipped that step without like for no reason. And like it was really funny. I would also like the only tweets I had for a while was just being like, "United, you suck," and then they'd respond instantly because I had a check mark. I wielded that power for evil, not good. It was really bad.
That's awesome. That's like literally my favorite. That's the vibe. That's the only correct vibe.
So so one thing led to another, and the owners of the league actually ended up seeing that like I was so, outspoken, and they kind of like let me in. They had rappers like Quavo as like ownership, and they really wanted somebody like in the punk like rock and roll scene to do it, and they saw me as a fan. So they're like, yo, this is a good next step. And I literally had to be like, I'm not famous. Don't like let this check mark thing fool you. Like I know I'm a bass player. Don't think that like I have a ton of fans. They're like, no, 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 we still like your vibe to it. So they were telling me where the league was going. They were expanding into NFTs. So they showed me the NFTs. I got really involved with the idea of the like players. And then from that it led me to this deep dive research of NFTs. I already like had Bitcoin. I had a friend who told me to like invest in Bitcoin. I've heard of Ethereum, but this was back when like I was in college, and like I saw somebody pay like 3,000 Bitcoin for Pizza Hut. I was like, I don't want to spend that money. It's not worth it. I was so wrong. Like I'm literally, I mean, I was an idiot for not listening to my buddy. But then like I deep dived into NFTs. I ended up getting a mutant ape right after they minted. So that was like my first like I think I did a good thing here, and that shot up, which was awesome. And then I was really kind of like scavenging to find something else. And then I saw the Azuki mint happening, and I was like, I love this idea. I love the artwork. Like I'm a huge anime fan. I've been like
What's your
I'm
favorite anime?
oh,
The
that's
top
hard.
of the top. You like, you can't imagine the world without this anime.
Oh man, that's really hard. If the question is what's my favorite anime, I would have to say One Piece because I started reading that when I was like 10,
That's
and I
okay.
like when Luffy first started with Romance Dawn, like I had the weekly Shonen Jump sent to me in Atlanta. Like the thick boys that they don't sell them anymore, and I'm really upset. But they used to print like thick Shonen Jumps in English, and I had a subscription, and they sent it to me. So for me, it'd be One Piece. But if I had to say what anime like to rule the world, and to like if I had to take all the other ones away to keep this one, it would have to be Dragon Ball Z. Every
Yeah, I
anime
need
I
to watch
know is
it. I need to
bait.
watch it. Friend, what about you? What's your favorite anime?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is what got me into anime when I was a kid. I remember I was at Universal Studios City Walk, and there was like, I don't know, a Sam Goodies or some store there, and they had all the VHSs, and there was like a golden VHS, and it was the Dragon Ball Z's like first episode, and it just stood out to me. I knew nothing about it, and I was hooked. And yeah, that was definitely my first. As far as like the newer stuff, uh, I feel like either JJK or Demon Slayer is like the newer stuff that I definitely like resonate with the most. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z is always gonna have a special place in my heart. I remember watching them in Japanese and then watching them again in English when they came out, and yeah, that was like a transformative time for me. Is like finding Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, definitely.
Lost. Did you watch anime as a kid?
So this is going to be very funny because I grew up in Eastern Europe. So on TV, they would have like anime and they would have like Sailor Moon, but it was on a German channel. So I'd watch it in German and I didn't know what they were saying at all, but I'd still watch it because it was really pretty.
Wait,
I
I'm
thought at
from
first.
Eastern Europe as well. Did your mom told you like anime will ruin your brain? You can't watch this.
No, my mom would let me watch Cartoon Network all day. It was either Sailor Moon on like the German channel, or it was like Cartoon Network in English all day long. And then like now she's like, whenever you were little, you used to watch like Cartoon Network all the time, and it was so annoying.
I
But
remember
it's like when you let me.
I discovered South Park, and I was trying to hide it from my mom as much as
Mhm.
possible, because South Park went like wild. Luna, what's about your favorite anime?
Sorry, different tab. My favorite anime.
Yeah,
Um, I guess I'll just say like my favorite overall anime and my favorite current anime. Favorite overall anime is definitely probably gonna be Sailor Moon. I don't care if people want to make fun of me. 'Cause I really don't give a shit. But
fact.
I remember like I
I'll
Because
beat
remember
you
them
just
up.
know
like
waifus.
I mean that's also true. Like that's just my brand. So waifus all day every day. Even when I was
It
like
makes sense. You're on
13.
brand.
I know. Even when I was like 13 years old, I like. I mean, that's why I don't like DBZ. I watched like DBZ, even like the original Dragon Ball, like Rocket Boy. Like we're talking like OG Gundam, and I like watch that. I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool, and the music is catchy as fuck. Let's just keep watching it. And there was like an interesting, just kind of ridiculousness to like the overdone transformation sequences, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, this is that real shit right there.
Yeah,
Um,
it was sick.
current current anime, current favorite anime is still definitely gonna be Frieren. Um, best current anime by a mile. I just love that like it doesn't take itself seriously at all, and just like watching an autistic elf spend a 5 million year journey to find like the most ridiculous spell is just one of the hilarious things ever. And plus, like Yoasobi doing the theme music is just kind of hits different. So, it's
I
my
need to
favorite
check it.
animes.
Like all the boys telling like this it's a dope anime. Sansa was screaming like, "Oh, this is such a dope anime." Is it?
I
Is
mean,
it?
it is though because like if you look at like a bunch of like current-ish animes, like there are a lot of animes that they're good, but I think they like either overdo action or they like try to take
Yeah,
themselves
so
super
boring.
seriously. Demon Slayer, JJK, uh, Dan to Dan, like they like all take themselves. I think they all take themselves pretty seriously. That doesn't mean they're all bad. I think two of the ones I listed are bad. But that's besides the point. But like if you watch it, it just really it's actually kind of relaxing to watch, honestly. Like no emotional involvement. Like you're not gonna break down into tears if you don't want to. You're not gonna get like blown out of the you're not gonna like watch 25 episodes of filler. It just I think it's paced well. I think it's just kind of like you can just relax and watch it.
I need to check it. Okay, King. So you're Azuki holder since day one.
I was for a while. Yeah, I did mint one. I was planning on doing three, but the style, the auction style, kind of messed me up. So only managed to get one because there was so much hype for it. But I kept it up until it hit its peak, and then I sold.
Peak
But I
is
kept up.
what year? 23.
I think it was 22. It hit like 23 ETH or something, and I sold right after that
22.
peak.
Wow. Did you
I
get this elemental airdrop and beans
I
or
did
no?
not. It was right before all of those. I think
Oh,
it was hyping up the beans drop, and I sold
yeah.
right before it. So I dropped out for a while, and I also around that time I ended up taking over control of another project because the owners kind of gave up on it and kind of was turning it into a rug pull. And I did like the community member, hey, let me take it over. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you everything we got. And they gave me no support. They kind of just gave me the files and like put me in a long lawyer hell. So yeah, that was really fun. But that's kind of where my crypto and mind space went during the time. And then after a couple of years of trying to run that, I moved to LA, saw the Azuki locals popping up, and then I was like, I want to see how this is going, the TCG, and I went, and the community is amazing. Like honestly, there was a community member Jigs who really opened his arms out to me, and as somebody who's like, I'm an adult dude. It's hard for us to make friends, especially when you're like outside of college. And for me, as somebody who's like looking for a job, like in between jobs, like not easy at the time. So and I just moved to LA, but they were super nice. I got a starter deck, started playing. It was still the alpha ones, which was cool. And at the end of the tournament, it was at like Azuki HQ. He went around to everybody who won packs and got like all the bulk cards that they didn't want to keep, and he handed them to me. He's like, "Hey, build a better deck. Come back next week, and like, keep coming." And it was just like it was one of those things where like just the thought of like going out of their way to just get cards and help me like figure out a deck to build it better unprompted was just really spoke to me. So that kind of kept me coming, and like I managed to find like a cool group of guys like Aquabase, who you had on like a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah. I
He's
like
one of
him. The vibes are
he's
so
great,
cool.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. He's one of the guys that like I play with weekly. EV, who just got hired by the Azuki team, another guy that like I hang out with, Alchemist, who's like one of the top players, A's #1 in the country at TCG.
You
I
got
started,
on the top of Azuki community, and you're like,
yeah, and these are the guys who's like teaching me how to play. So it's like iron sharpens iron kind of thing. So like
yeah.
I kept losing to these guys over and over again, like just really badly. And I'm like, I gotta figure something out. Like I gotta like find my edge here, because these guys are just, even though they're the best players, I guess, at the game, in my head, I'm like, there's got to be something I can do. So I I go to USC for grad school, and I'm studying like emerging technologies. So I learned how to build my own AI, and I was like, let me build something to like help me like get better over time. So I ended up building this Azuki TCG and used those top guys as the testers. So like when I
Oh,
was
that's
building out like the
interesting.
alpha, like, and beta tests, those were the guys that were running these decks and like giving me like, hey, the AI needs to play like this. Hey, the AI should fix like this. And I eventually got to a place where like they're like, if you build a good deck to play against, your AI is a pretty difficult opponent. Like it's not like, you know, as good as the top players by any means, but it's enough that some of the top players have lost games here and there, and they've learned a couple tricks and things that they need to watch out for. So it was really built with, the idea of what these top players had in mind. So I'm gonna see if I can show you guys. Yeah, this is Red Bean Battlegrounds. Alchemist was the one who kind of helped me. Alchemist in the group kind of helped me plan it out, but I came at it with the idea of like, what do the top players want, and trying to give it a fun like atmosphere, kind of like of the Yu-Gi-Oh style back in the days, because that's how I got into TCGs. So
Mhm.
it has every card in the game, and everything is built in. You have to, you can pick a new deck,
Uh-huh.
you pick the starter. It does have every single gate that you would want. It will tell you that if you use Rush Fire, it's it's banned in the tournament here. So I had to add that in. But yeah, you can like check out any builds and then go to an overview to see like what it's built like. We also added a walkthrough. So like you can be told,
Oh, we got such a cool numbers. Look, guys.
yeah. So we rolled the dice, and then you got JD over here teaching you every step of the way. So
Yeah, yeah.
here,
I tried
This
to
is so
register it
cool.
before. Yeah.
yeah.
The only thing you need to change music on the side, because it's like bum bum,
Oh yeah.
and I'm
So
like, no.
if you hate the music, totally get that. It's funny you say that because that's one of the things I've gotten the most compliments about is the music. But like, yeah, you can come here and just I hate the music too, so it's off on mine. But, yeah,
Listen, guys.
it's very boring. I totally agree. And as somebody who did like punk music for like 8 to 10 years, like yeah, I totally get it. But that's why I turned the music down. There's a lot of like, settings you can change it. I made an Azuki theme if you really like it. You can
What do you
change
think about the vibes? Like, I don't know if you're friends also not with the Azuki community, but with just players there. So, what do you think about the vibes? Are they excited about manga? Will manga change something? And what the opinions there?
I don't know if you were there, friend, but they had like a preview of the manga in at I know you were at Anime Expo, but they had a bar party where they did this too. And they went around showing like a lot of the TCG players like the first chapter of the manga. And I have to say, it is like Steamboy Arnold is a great like artist. He's leading that whole crew of like the manga, and the art looks phenomenal. If you should expect the same level of artistry as the NFTs and all the work on the TCGs. It's great. The story, it there's not a lot to go off of because it's one chapter. It's like one Shonen Jump like weekly comic, so it's not a lot to go off of, but it does introduce all the main characters that we already know with Xiao and Ren, and then also JD and his bean shows up, Jay. It also shows like introduces the black, Jade crew and Zero as the leader, and it gives you
Zero in the first chapter? I didn't expect that.
Oh, yeah.
they talk
Wow.
about it. I'm not giving anything away. They've talked about it. So
Oh
don't get
yeah,
mad.
the main side. Yeah, that's
Yeah. So they show him, they show his role, and they do a very good job of introducing like the mechanics and like a lot of lore really quickly, but also leaving enough room for you wanting more. I personally, I'm really excited for it. I'm a huge anime guy, so like I just hope they like get to that point quicker. I know they have to build. They have to see if like, there's the demand for that manga when it first comes out. So like everybody go out and buy it, go read it wherever you can, like get involved with it as much as you can. Show them that you want more because I think like genuinely I'm with Fran on this. Like the IP is the thing that really drew me into NFTs. Like I love the idea of owning IP and like being able to do things with it. That's kind of why I took over the project that I did. Because I really believe that like owning your own IP, you can really do a lot with it. Like when I pitched I still own non-fungible heroes now. And like when I pitch it and I work on it when I can because there's no money, but it's more of a passion project now. But when I do pitch it, I always talk about how it's like, imagine owning a character in like the Disney world, like Mickey Mouse's friends.
Recently talked in the Azuki chat about that, and you know that Disney gave the right for Spider-Man to Sony, and Sony like need to every 5.5 years to make new movie about Spider-Man, or they will lose their rights on the Spider-Man, and they will go to somewhere else. So imagine if we would have some limited amount of time for our IPs, and we all would hurry up to show it. But before we'll jump to IPs and everything, I want to ask Fran if you saw this Azuki manga, if you are attended on this, because I saw you like
Yeah, no, I did check it out. I definitely want to check it out again. I felt a little, rushed with everyone around and stuff. One thing I did note is early on there was a Azuki Invitational tournament, and there was a promo card we got, and I didn't know it at the time, but this is actually the same artwork from the manga, so I liked it like even more once I saw it. all the
There is.
characters that he was just mentioning that are mentioned in the manga. It shows them
Uh-huh.
all featured throughout Zero, some of the Black Jade,
Wait,
everything like
I
that.
will
So
show you.
kind of this is this like the first manga? Like I don't know, but yeah, yeah, this was an invitational
No.
promo for anyone that participated. And as soon as I was reading through the manga, I was like, wait, I recognize those images, and yeah, so I was like nerding out over that. But yeah,
I'm so jealous.
yeah.
Yeah, don't say nothing. Yeah,
Oh
Europe
my
feels
gosh.
like such a, third world country after that.
Yeah, but I do think the manga has huge potential. But it is one chapter a month, so it'll be a slow burn at first. We'll see if that cadence changes over time or anything like that. I'm also excited for a physical release. I know if you look back to like the original, like Naruto in English, One Piece in English, they had these special foil mangas in the U.S. It was limited to 5,000, and they're all foil. I hope we get some type of limited edition variant cover, or something
Yes.
collectible for, the whole. I'm a dream here. I'm a dream for all the bells and whistles. But either way, definitely a big manga collector. I was also subscribed back in the day to Shonen Jump and everything like that. So yeah, definitely looking forward to it and excited to see them build out this
Guys,
world.
I have a question because I remember Persona made their own manga,
Mm.
and it was good. Like the style was pretty dope. The attention was like insane because they made a manga. That's cool. But the storyline in this first chapter was like girl meeting a rabbit, if I'm not mistaken, or a cat. It was a cat. So she met a cat, and the rain started, and the cat leaded her to some like object, and that's it. That's the whole story. Like, is it the same? Like, is it like all that possible to put into chapter one, or it's like more active usually? Like, I have
I
no.
feel like they honestly kind of put a lot into that first chapter. You're going to be meeting different characters. You're going to be finding out about
So it
the
has some plot, not just
yeah, no, definitely, yeah. I would say there's a good amount of plot in that first chapter. It's not like just some person getting from here to there. Like there's a lot going on. But yeah,
I see lost. You just scratching yourself. You have something to say. I saw you like.
No, no, I'm just like
Tell,
sitting
tell.
here like just like thinking I can't sit still. But it's just like I don't know if you've like ever read I mean I wouldn't expect like something that was just like low quality from the Azuki team. They always like are they always do dope shit. So it's like even from this first chapter, like I would expect I don't know. I'm just so excited about it. And actually, like I was going to say, I think that they probably will do something like really cool when they print like the first volume because, we're going to have to wait for like some chapters to come out. But, um,
No, guys,
Yeah, it's gonna
I
suck
can't.
waiting.
I can't hear.
Volume 1 is awesome.
yeah.
I can say that.
We probably
So,
have some hint from Zagabond because I was like I was like disturbing him like Zagabond, we need the physical, and he said like no, no, we will have volume, but at the end he said like maybe we will create something for you guys for the chapters too, but
well,
we don't.
because Ira has been harassing him so much, he had to fold.
good, good. Keep harassing him. So yeah,
It's so
Let's
funny. I'm trying to do the same thing with like trying to get my elemental cast as like a Black Jade gang member. It's like I'm trying to harass them until they do it. It's like
hilarious.
that's all I want. I don't care about anything else.
Yeah,
Oh,
thanks. Okay, so manga is coming pretty soon in 5 days. It's September already, so we will see what in 6 days. Summer ends. Oh my god, guys, so fast. So what else? Let's talk. Like, King, I don't know if you have something to say about your project else, and we will go to Fran and his project because he should be minting today, and
oh,
it's a huge news from his side. So we'll go after.
No, no,
King.
no, no. I've no updates on my end. Just yeah, Go
No,
take the.
thank you so much. I just clicked, I went to your site. I clicked there. I understood like it's pretty the same that we had on the call with Digital. And guys, if you want to start play, if you're part of the community, you can ask Digital to teach you. I don't know how is he free or not free right now, but usually he can jump with community members and teach you how to play. So when I jumped on the site, I wasn't that's exactly how Digital taught me to play. So it was pretty cool, like structured. So the site is dope. Great job.
Whenever I saw my best friend, I told her about Azuki and I told her about like the TCG and everything. And she goes with her fiance because he goes on like business trips to New York, so they're like in New York pretty often. And so I told her that she has to go on like to like one of the either the tournaments or like one of the nights when they're learning how to play. So I'm gonna send her over there. And I told Digital, and he said that he was gonna teach her how to play.
How they are still not purchased to you these fire decks and everything that you want? How?
Oh well, my friend, I forgot to tell her about it. She would have gotten it from me. I thought about it after I was going home. I was like, man, I should have just like ordered it, send it to her house, and then she could have like
Yeah,
like brought it to me, but I didn't. I didn't
Well,
think about it.
that's kind of why I
She
made
brought
this.
me makeup though.
That's
She
nice.
brought me
No,
makeup from Sephora, so
there
let's
you go.
go.
That's a good friend. No,
she's awesome.
that's kind of one of the reasons why I made this site. Like, is just to make it easy to understand and learn the game. And like, I tried to learn One Piece today, and there's like a website for a game that they should
Mhm.
teach you, and it gives you like 2 decks. You pick a deck, and I didn't learn how to play the game at all. I have no idea how to play that game still. And that was the entire reason the app exists, is to teach people how to
Wow.
play the game, and it didn't do a good job.
Oh
So,
wow.
that was something that I really wanted to hope like people can just pick up the
You,
game and
you, you guys,
taught it.
you knew that before talking about your experience, before when you like played Nintendo and it was like back then, you
Yeah.
could call on the line and ask how to pass the level, and they will tell you on the call how to pass the certain level.
I
So
did
it's
this
Know
all the
that.
time because there are a couple annoying ass games where I got stuck, and my mom's like, "Why are you on the phone with Nintendo?" Because I'm stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the good old days, man.
I
I
did the
didn't know
opposite
that.
as a
Shit, but that
kid.
was fun.
Yeah, I did the opposite as a kid. Kids would call me in from school to know how to beat Pokemon Red and Blue, and I'd like tell them the tip over the phone, and then they pay me the next day at school. They give me like $20 or whatever for the tip on how to beat the level. And so I was the opposite of
That's
that.
so
People were
cool.
There's the
calling me
hustle.
about it.
But
Yeah.
not for Pokemon. For
Wow.
like for a couple like old school Metroid had a couple annoying ass levels I needed help with. But yeah, for Pokemon, I should have hustled people. Shit. Time to go
bro,
find a time machine, man.
back then you had how many people in US? Like 30 people in US. You could go to Microsoft and they would hire you for the like CEO position. It was so easy back then for you people.
Oh.
But okay, friend, tell us about your project. We are ready. We're so ready. And if you can screen share and show us the
All right.
everything.
I'm gonna try to do the screen share stuff, so bear with me. All right, so I click this. Okay, and then all right, I think I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fishy sticks. Originally, our plan was to mint out today, but we got put into Twitter jail last week. We actually posted this, and it got flagged for like nudity or something like that, and our account was banned for like 12 hours. So that was like a headache that definitely was not expected. But yeah, we're
Wait,
minting on
what?
Robinhood. Yeah, we actually didn't know the reason. Like at the time, there
I've
was just
definitely posted way worse shit. That's just
yeah,
bad luck, sir.
there was a timer counting down for 12 hours. We couldn't like message, we couldn't do anything. We were just locked out. And then after the 12 hours, it said like sharing like illicit photos of someone without their permission got this. I was like, it's cartoon fish. What do we do? So, anyways, here we are. We're releasing on Wednesday, and so I'll show you guys the site. This is actually I've seen throughout the build process, but this is my first time clicking on it on here as it's live. So excited to check it out. The vibe was definitely like a 90s early website, like, you know, and so
Now it's such a trend. Now it's such a trend. I even saw the new social network, perfectly
yeah.
impressed. I told to Luna, like all in like this old school internet style.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, me and my whole crew that are working at, we're all friends from high school. So, this was, has shout outs to our past, what we're into: anime, video games, movies, everything like that. You guys were mentioning Sailor Moon. We have the Sailor Moon traits in there as well, with all the different outfits. And the jewel on it is the little Cash Cat icon and stuff like that for the Robin Hood chain. So there's a bunch of Easter eggs, a bunch of fun traits. Azuki's and Azuki Elementals will have allow lists for this, Bored Apes and Mutants. And so it's just a lot of fun. It's a collectible that we're building out. And we do have some stuff that we didn't quite finish yet that will be launching a bit later on the site. You can kind of see some lineage to it from like the collector's profile
Wait,
on
wait, I need to
Azuki.
interrupt you a bit because you're probably thinking that you're showing us your website, but sometimes when you clicking on another, yeah, it's not showing. You still see your X.
Okay, let me try to figure that out.
It's up there. You can see like show this tab, not this tab.
Let's see. There's a replace button. Let's try that. Aha. Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So like I said, 90s theme, old school website. You got our little fishy sticks swimming around in the background and everything like this. Lots of Easter eggs, lots of fun stuff. And like I said, we will be having updates later on, kind of in the vein of like a collector's profile, just to make it fun for collectors. Certain traits, certain, whatever it may be. We do have one of ones and everything like this. So we're all, we became friends through Yu-Gi-Oh, playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day in high school. So collecting, trading, all that. That's what we're into. That's what we're sharing. And hopefully some of these references resonate with you guys too. And so, yeah, it's something we've been working on for a while. Originally, we had planned on Ape Chain, and we've still been working on it because all of the traits were hand drawn. And then we'd have our weekly meetings going through each of the traits, making sure, do we want to switch stuff out? So we've been very hands-on throughout the whole process, and it's been a lot of fun, and happy to get these collectibles out to everyone. And like I said, Azuki's will be on allow list. So if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. Minting on Wednesday on Robinhood Chain. So stay tuned.
On Wednesday on Robinhood chain, and do you build some community somehow, or you just vibing with your friends, or like you have some huge marketing plans on this project? Yeah, what's the idea?
Yeah, so we will be launching through OpenSea, and like I said, definitely very community focused. As far as we have, multiple members of our friend group have elementals, mutants, all this. So very much ingrained in Web3. So putting out the collectible out there, and hopefully it's something that people enjoy as much as we do. So looking forward to it, and looking forward to how it goes. There was a hiccup in the road, like I said, originally. The rollout was supposed to be last week, and X kind of put us in jail for a little bit, but we're back at it now, and yeah, excited for it. So,
What do you think about Robinhood chain in general? Because I feel like surprisingly, it feels like fresh air, because I didn't feel the same with like what chains before appeared. I don't remember. Abstract
Like,
chain was definitely not a fresh air. Ape chain the same. It was like only for ape community. I feel because they could mint a lot of free or very cheap NFTs, and it was like very tied into the ape community, so everyone outside felt outside. And with Robinhood, I like some other chain, it was like I don't remember what exactly
I
chain
mean,
it
there was Mega ETH, and there was like Monad, and like some
was.
other.
Maybe
There's
I
like so many different
Ew, Mega
chains.
ETH. Ew.
I don't. I'm just saying.
yeah, over the years, I haven't really like. There's always been different metas, new chains
Mhm.
releasing stuff like this. Robinhood has been the one for me that I personally see the most potential upside. I mean, even either when I got into crypto or just before crypto, that's when the whole like GameStop stock thing was going on, and Robinhood was a very big proponent of that. And I just feel like as the chain keeps having its stats increase with whatever it is, new users and all this, I feel like it'll definitely be brought up by the CEO and stuff like this. I just see the most growth and potential and free eyes coming to that chain over time. So on a
Do you
6 to 8 month time horizon, I definitely feel like Robinhood is probably going to be where a lot of the action is in these coming months, as it seems like we're starting this bull run potentially. Who knows? But yeah, um, personally, I'm bullish on it. Definitely got into Cash Cat a few weeks back, and a lot of people were dunking on it like it was done, and today it's up almost near all-time highs again. And I just
Yeah.
feel like
Of course, I lost all the money on trying to trade. Of course, like it couldn't be otherwise. But in
I
general,
haven't opened FOMO yet today. I'm too afraid to see if I got liquidated overnight.
uh,
yeah. Yeah,
I've been
I
good.
just feel like from past meme cycles, I would like get out of coins too early and stuff like that, and just kind of listen to all the other feedback. For me, with this time around, I just see where the potential of the chain is, and so I'm holding on to the Cash Cat longer, and I think it'll pay off in the long run. And so that's the way I'm looking at Robinhood chain.
Fran, what do you think? Is it because we are just ready to something good? We are just ready to reinvest, even if we have like no liquidity because of this harsh bear market, or Robinhood doing something like really different, and like in case of marketing, in case of launching project, in case of tech, maybe I'm not aware, so better will ask you.
Yeah, I think in the newest interview they were talking about how even they're amazed by like how the devs, the different tech they're using. Maybe that's marketing mumbo jumbo and stuff like that. I know with the stockbrokers there was some airdrop mechanic. I'm not too familiar, so I'm assuming that's what he was talking about, is the integrating stocks and stuff like that into this. I think that all that stuff is great, but I really think it'll just be the visibility, the eyes, and probably the ease of access. You can imagine a world where they've already listed Cash Cat, but like a giant ad for Cash Cat on their app, or a news segment on it, whatever it may be. I just think that it is the most likely candidate to see a huge influx of people onto their chain. And so that's the way I've
I
been looking
agree.
at it. Yeah.
I agree with what Fran said. I mean, like, if you look at other big names that had a layer two, like Base is kind of, they're not dead yet,
Yeah.
but being related to Coinbase, they kind of fumbled. Robinhood, despite what you think about the payment for order flow way they fill your orders
Right.
for stocks and even coins, they still have a huge footprint in both TradFi and crypto, and they still have one of the cleanest trading UIs ever out there. So the network effects, like everyone's heard of, literally everybody's heard of Robinhood. So as long as they like keep building it, they like actually get a real block explorer. Like Block Scout's okay, but that level of like network effect, I think, is kind of
Yeah.
gonna push them over the edge
Yeah, I
and being
agree.
the layer two that kind of survives.
And the art is actually good, on Robinhood chain. So if we compare with abstract, it was awful. Uh, Ape
Oh,
chain,
abstract. Ugh.
they tried to make something cool, but still, once again, they were too locked into Ape community, so no one like literally could see this. Blaze, it was like awful on the
AGW is terrible. Also, like this, I think the answer is AGW is really terrible. And like I think I heard this. I think Illen probably said this, and a bunch of other people have said that Abstract never really had quote a killer app unquote. So like there is really nothing besides, Pudgy, like, people from the built-in Pudgy Penguins and Little Pudgy's crossovers that actually kept you transacting on Abstract. Like they never really got the meme coin volume, like not even a fraction of the meme coin
Mm-hmm.
volume that Solana had or even BNB had. Mostly it just kind of was just like crypto, either like weird crypto gambling
Yeah.
apps, or what's the other, like
gambling. Yeah,
games you had to pay like
uh,
$6 to $7 to play, like, you know, NFT version of like Crypt of the Necrodancer, which to be fair, Crypt of the Necrodancer is such an awesome game. But like there's just nothing that really incentivize you to interact with the chain over and over and over again. And then like all the marquee Web3 projects that they try to launch with, like they're all gone. So they're just kind of, I don't know, RIP and pasta.
Yeah, also I think they experienced maybe the same that with Ape Chain. It was like too pudgiest, and a lot of people expected more because of that, and a lot of people like didn't even try because of that. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
their good side and their bad side at the same time. Also, a lot of gamers they skipped immediately because like there's no games, as you said. It was like
Mm-hmm.
mostly only gaming or no, gambling, and yeah, a lot of stuff I think,
And
but
even the
it was
streaming
still
was like weird.
Oh, it was so terrible. I tried to do that. I had an abstract streaming arc,
Mm-hmm.
and it really didn't do much because, like, again, if you're streaming, like, no one, like, no one who's not already in Web3 is gonna watch you,
Yeah.
is gonna go watch you stream on abstract, and like even then, you'll probably have a better time trying to stream Web3 content, either like built-in Twitter stuff or
Yeah.
Twitch or I hate to say it, but Kick. Like it's just trying to compete on that also was like a very weird metric, and I'll just say like it's sad because you would think that a comp that like and I still have like a handful of like Pudgy Penguin NFTs. I'm not gonna get rid of them, but like they're like yeah we're like talking to the people at the White House and we're talking to people in the House of
Mm-hmm.
Representatives and here's a photo with like you know SEC commissioners, and it's like you have all the. I mean, they have the resources to make it work. I it just you never
but
really
because
got
it
this sense
wasn't
that they did it. It was a side quest. Abstract
it,
was a side quest for them.
it wasn't Luca initiative, as I remember. It was Finn, completely Finn idea, and then Finn got fired, or like he left himself. Like I don't know. And after that, abstract, like no one could lead abstract, as I know, like as I understand. But thanks abstract, because I started to stream because of abstract only. So that's a good side, guys. And also they could, like, I think they first who made this easy wallet connection with, like, like IRL stuff. Like, I don't remember what exactly they did, but it was like it was comfortable on their platform
Oh
anyway.
yeah, sorry, I'm like talking a lot. Sorry, Ira. You told me I'm allowed to interrupt you. Abstract
Yeah.
Global Wallet was good
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it gave people I don't know. So, all right, this could be a wild statement or not, but I don't know if we get Glyph without Abstract Global Wallet because, like, the cool thing about Abstract Global Wallet was they came up with this idea that, like, you didn't need to do all for, like, okay, we'll use normies, right? Like, people who
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
crypto native. You could just say, okay, well, I have an Apple account, I have an X account. I'm gonna create an EVM wallet with that you can export the private key to another program, but for wallet creation, all you need to do is use a single sign-on for an account that you know how to use every day. The problem with Abstract Global Wallet is they never like made it um EVM backwards compatible. So like it still has the OX address that like we all
Yeah,
ultimately
yeah.
know and kind of love. There were a lot of people who sent Pudgy Penguin NFTs. Well, not a lot. Well, all right, more than two. I know of more than two people who actually sent whole ass Pudgy Penguins to their abstract global wallet address. And like I mean, conceptually it makes sense because it's like it's
I
Pudgy.
still have like $150 there, in the middle, in
Same,
the middle. And I watch this
same.
all the time. I'm going to my OpenSea and see this $150 that I can't get out of there. Oh my God.
Yeah. So like they never really they talked about doing that, but they never did, which
I
is
hope
kind
they
of
will do that.
unfortunate.
Do
And
that.
then they should. Well, all right. So what they should do, and I'll finish what I was gonna say real quick. What they should do is they should one finish making it backwards compatible, so anyone who like accidentally sent non-abstract assets to their abstract global wallet should be able to get them out. Then they should do the airdrop, and then they should just shut it down and move on with the rest of their lives. But like, Glyph is Yuga's similar wallet, where like you can create it using a single sign-on like X, like
But they
Apple
launched it
ID, like Google.
after abstract. They launched after abstract.
They did. They launched after Abstract, which is why I said I don't think you get Glyph Wallet without AGW, because like it showed that like this is a thing
Yeah.
that is eminently possible. And Glyph is awesome because like you can either use it as a wallet for holding stuff, or
Mhm.
you can use it kind of as like the connection layer, as like a fake delegate. So like this year for Ape Fest, they actually used Glyph as the ticket, as how you did ticketing, and it was like the smoothest it's ever been since like the history of ever like Ape Fest tickets ever. So
Oh, interesting.
that was cool. And yeah,
Guys, you have a dope stuff in the ape community. You have dope merch, like very very beautiful stuff. Yeah.
I think Azuki has the best I think
What
is
is that?
so I think
So
Azuki has the best overall merch. I
What
have,
is
yeah,
it?
I have to open mine. I have to open mine also.
same. Yeah, it's the Sean Wotherspoon Board Ape collab. It dropped a couple weeks ago, and so it's basically modeled back in the day in the '90s. There would be like these compressed tees. I remember one specifically. There was a Nokia phone
Compressed
called the
teeth?
huh?
Compressed teeth?
Correct. So it's
Yeah,
just
like
like
you
in the
have to put it under. You have to put it under water, and then it'll expand.
yeah. So there was one back in the day. It was like in the shape of the
Oh
Engage, which
no.
is like the Nokia gaming phone, and it was
Oh,
literally
that's
like the
awesome.
shape
I
of
remember
it,
that.
you know. And so there was a bunch of some were like beer bottles, just different shapes, and that was like the trend in the '90s, the marketing trend back then. So yeah.
I love it so much. Luna,
Yeah.
why you unpacking everything like like alone? Why never
Why
you
I
show
under?
me that?
Why do I unpack stuff?
Yeah,
I don't know.
alone. Alone. Not like not even you are not even streaming. You're not showing to
I mean,
us.
oh, I
Like
haven't opened mine yet. I mean, I guess like, okay, if I can, I mean, I could like do a stream, not today, but like, sure, I can like show people or make like a TikTok video and put it on like Instagram Reels,
yes.
just to farm content of me like opening my Witherspoon tea and like putting it underneath water and watching it expand. That would be kind of cool.
Yes.
That'd be kind of cool.
Do this. Okay, guys, we're here for an hour. I don't think I will, just try to leave you here with me forever. So it was a cool live stream. Luna, if you don't want to tell about your project or it's too early, or we
I mean, I
can.
can, I mean, I can like tell people what I'm doing, and then when we get closer to like stuff, then we can like
Okay.
have a longer discussion about it. I just decided one day, and you know, to do an NFT project. I think because I like wanted to like, I don't know, because I like art. So I'm working with an artist I met in another community. So I don't want to go down a bunch of rabbit holes, but basically, like, with all my Web3 experience for such as it is, I think there are two like projects.
Will it be Azuki Killer anime
Yeah, I know,
anime
right? Yeah, there
collection?
you go. That's how to farm. That's how to farm views. We'll just. It's gonna be anime. It's gonna be anime PFPs because like anime. So we might as well just farm. We might as well just farm people on Twitter and call it the Azuki Killer. So I met this artist in. So there's a big group of projects called, well, now like called
Listen, Luna,
Group.
I think that's an actually, could be a meta right now, like Azuki Killer as a
There we
collection
go.
name, like definitely
This
would attract
dear
attention.
dear everyone, this is the actual Azuki Killer, not KPR, not Valhalla, not Final Bossu. This is the Azuki Killer. We're going to the moon. No, I just met this artist from another project, and I have a bunch of commissions from her also, and I really like her. Um, So yeah, we're doing like 5,005 anime PFPs. I think we're probably just gonna put them on mainnet. I mean, because like
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna say Robinhood is over because it's clearly not over. I think the best time to launch on Robinhood is kind of past, and like we're not following kind of like the standard Robinhood meta thing where it uses either Simple Farmers, Anvil AMM platform, or like do that, hey, here's a coin and um you can like burn some coin, and then based on volume we'll give you some rewards. Like we're not like trying to do any of that. It's literally just going to be like an art project, with good art, and like we're trying to create a story behind it, so like you kind of get what it is. There'll be some like fantasy stuff behind it because, like Fran, like I wasted a lot of time in my life playing EverQuest 2, World of Warcraft, for like 20 plus years, Final Fantasy 14, um, and that, for better for worse, like I love fantasy, so there's gonna be some fantasy elements to it. Um, and I'll
Will it be
probably
AI or completely
no, no,
hand
no,
drawn?
no.
Yeah, let's
Hand
go. Let's
drawn,
go now.
hand
Yeah,
drawn. The so she's gonna hand draw all the traits. We're gonna so we're doing like basic structures. We're doing like 15. I have to say, I think we're gonna do approximately like 15 one of ones, and then we're also doing kind of like a rarity based system. We're like each there's gonna be like some races from fantasy,
okay,
and there's
Luna,
like
like we're losing the track. It's very hard
oh
to understand without you showing something. So
yeah,
let's join
that's a
another.
good idea.
Can you please
Got
be
enough
doxxed?
info. We'll share more when we're closer. I like that idea.
Can you be also be doxxed because it's more comfortable. People like more like
I will
you know
probably
comfortable
show
to
my
listen.
ugly face when we get closer.
Oh, I can't with
I
you.
look terrible.
Let's go.
So
Let's
mean.
make
I'm
a
so
stream
mean to
about that.
myself. I'm so mean to
You're too
myself.
mean to yourself. I don't like it.
I really
But
am.
yeah, let's go. Let's make a separate. When you're ready, just tell me, and we will like next Monday. We're doing fashion Azuki live stream
I'll
with
let you know.
Aqua King, your friend, and with Digital. So if you guys want to join and talk about fashion, let's do that. I don't know yet what the structure, but we'll talk about this. And next, like Monday after, we can talk with Yulana.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay,
I'll let you know when when we're closer, and there will probably be like W like whitelist for Izuki people too. So
let's go.
since we are Izuki, that's how it's gonna go.
Okay, before we'll finish, I'll ask Fran and King, show your favorite thing from your collections because I see King, you're also collecting something on your background. Is it what is that? Is it Hogwarts scarf or what is that? And Fran, you too, because I see you have a lot of things too. Just your, not necessarily Azuki related, just something your favorite.
Well, okay.
You can go into the.
I have a
Okay.
closet, but I can't take that off. I'll do two. So that helmet over there.
Show. We can't see it. Like it's too small.
Ah,
I don't think you can take it off the wall.
Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I
No, no,
thought
that's
you just. I sorry. I'm sorry. I
oh,
thought you
good.
just. Oh, okay.
Just had to
Let's
move
go.
my thing. This helmet is actually a helmet from the FC.
Oh wow.
So I mentioned that they kept asking me if I wanted to become an owner. So I ended up becoming an owner of the Bored Ape team. It was like me, Josh Ong, and a couple other guys. So I worked at the league. I went into the second season, did video, and I ended up getting a helmet from one of my
so
players on my
cool.
team.
This is so dope.
That's something that I
Yeah, it's
really
kind of fire,
share.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's something that I love, and it's like one of one for me. But I also got like a PSA 10 Luffy Dodger card too. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
That's
it's
really cool.
Is
I
that?
went to the game with my wife and my sister, and they were handing these out, and I grabbed a
Wow.
couple.
Show.
Yeah, it's pretty
Guys, this
cool.
is for you. I don't get it.
This
It's
is this is
it's a
it's
One Piece
cooler than the
card.
one they gave out this year, but
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it shot up in price too. So it's definitely these two things are things that I really like cherish.
Let's go. Thank you for sharing. Fran, show us.
So these are probably not my rarest in any way, but just some of my favorite slabs or whatever. All these are my original copies, over the years. But I always thought it was like the coolest Ditto promo. It looks like a Pikachu. It was in, I think, a 3-pack blister of
That's
Primal
cool.
Flash, and I remember buying like 5 or 6 of them back in the day because I just thought it was like the coolest promo ever. This one's a tag 9. Similarly, this Mew, I thought this Mew was like the craziest. This was, I think, 20th anniversary. They had these mythical collections. So every month they had one different mythical Pokemon, and it came with 2 packs. The Mew one was my favorite one. I think I bought like 10 of these back in the day, and I got like 6 of them graded. I didn't get any 10s. There was some like 9s, some 8s, some 7s. I sold all the rest of them and just kept the lowest grade. It's just a card I've always liked. So yeah. And last but not least, my original base Charizard. If you look right there in the top middle, I pinned it to my wall as a kid. So there's a hole in it. And yeah, it got a CGC 1. And so this is my childhood copy. And it just, yeah.
Oh my
Something
God,
I
child.
never
That
let
is
go
so
of.
cool.
I can't
Yeah.
believe this is dope for
Yeah.
real.
So yeah.
Uh,
Some of my favorite cards.
It's hard to
that's
get a PSA 1.
I know, right? But yeah.
It's insane,
But now,
guys.
no,
I
you
always
sold the meta
wondered.
now.
I always wondered, like, how can you, like, what's like the lowest grade that you can get? And so it's like I've never, that was so cool.
Yeah, there's definitely been cards that are like all like ran over, crumb, like wrinkled, all this stuff, and yeah, people will grade anything. Maybe less likely now with the higher prices, but back in the day, people would grade anything. So yeah,
Yeah, that's so
Awesome, guys.
crazy.
Thank you so much for attending. And once again, if you want to jump on the live stream, we are here every Monday, 2 p.m. East. Just, like if you want me to announce you, you need to tell me in advance and I will mention you in the announcement. If you don't care about that, you can just ask the link. I'm always sharing in the chats. Or you can find it into Azuki TCG Discord. I'm sending the link there as well. So every time you can jump on the stage, it's open for everyone. You can stay here, you can live here. This is our place to talk about everything every week. And thank you so much, guys, for sharing your collection, your experience. And this Wednesday, guys, follow Fran and his account. So we will have a mint there. You can mint because you're whitelisted as Elemental, as Azuki. And let's support each other. Let's just check and, small like, even or comment. It means
yeah,
a lot for the creators. So,
for sure.
yeah, guys, thanks. Any last words, Fran?
No, thanks for having me again. A reminder: the mint is on Wednesday, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'll definitely be back again. So thanks for having me.
Let's go. Kink? Yeah.
No, just thanks you guys. Follow on socials and follow Ira and stay tuned to her roundtables on Mondays.
Let's go. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you for watching us and liking and everything. Bye bye.